I've been putting off this video for far too long. It is December of 2025, and in about 20-ish days, it's gonna be a new year, it's gonna be a new month, and I'm not ready. I have been doing all of the things, really, all of the things I'm supposed to do to be prepared, but there is this anxiety that I get very overcome with in December, knowing all the things that I want to have fixed before the new year starts, that I end up not doing anything at all. But I honestly think a large portion of my resistance is because I'm not willing to put in the work I need to change for next year. And today I'm gonna decide to stop being a and I'm just gonna get it done. We're gonna start this transformation today. We're gonna look at my budget, we're gonna look at my vision board, we're gonna look at my calendars, my goals. We are gonna plan the start of 2026 so that it starts in the best possible way. But before we get into it, hello beautiful people of the internet, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaden. I post a lot of lifestyle videos, a lot of self-help videos, a lot of wellness videos. I'm in the business of becoming my best self, and I want you to become the same. So get out a journal, get out your computer, get out your phone, whatever means you want to use to start planning out your new year, and let's do this together. So I feel like when I see a lot of people doing their new year reset, a lot of people fixate on the vision board. I don't know how I feel about vision boards because I only did one last year, like a true one, and don't know how well it really worked for me. This is what I had for 2025, and I'll kind of walk through what my headspace was for each of these things and if they kind of did come true or if they didn't. So this corner I think is pretty obvious. This was a lot about content creation. I do feel like I got a lot more consistent with that, as it says right here, the discipline and consistency. I do feel like I started to show more of that. I do feel like I was better with it. Like I said, of course I didn't get a plaque, and I did not reach 1K yet, which I'm not too far off. If you look at what I started the year with, I think I was like not even at 400 and I'm over 800 now. So I've over doubled my subscribers, and I definitely have at least 100 videos now. Not 100% of the goal that I wanted, but pretty close. Up here we have some appearance-based stuff. So I do have makeup, I do have perfume, and a really pretty eyebrow. Oh, and I have some jeans right here. I think the goal here was obviously just to elevate my style and my appearance. Again, I do feel like I did that, although I think the specific things I was trying to manifest in these pictures, I don't know that I have really found that, because I haven't really gotten that many new jeans. I still really want to get more makeup and improve my makeup, and I still don't wear perfume ever. So not sure about that. Over here in this whole section, this is all Bali. So I did go to Bali in July. That was a girls trip hosted by a YouTuber, and I do feel like, especially like this picture, this picture, this picture, those are very symbolic of what the actual trip looked like. I wasn't as close to girls as I would have maybe liked. I think this might have just been an overhyped section of my board, because although it was a good trip and I did enjoy it to a certain degree, I don't think it was what I wanted it to be and what I was trying to get this board to like embody. I was manifesting stuff, just maybe not the feeling. I wasn't focused enough on the feeling I was gonna have. 5K was also what I wanted to have saved for the trip, and I think I got about to that much. I didn't have a proper like savings account dedicated to it or anything, but I did spend about that much on the trip, so I think it would make sense that I had that much saved. Down here we have a corgi. Look, I think I knew when I was putting this on here that that wasn't probably gonna happen, nor do I think I really wanted it to happen this year. I think I am more looking for that next year, and I'm still not sure. So poor corgi, he should have not been on here. Safe to say I did not get that. Here we have a lot, like all of this southern part of my board is about romanticizing the winter and just romanticizing the seasons in general. If you scroll down on this page, I actually have a whole board dedicated to winter. Like, this is my winter vision board. I don't know if I necessarily needed a full seasonal vision board, but I do like that I had a lot of this on here because I was really caring about ice skating for a long time. I don't care about ice skating as much as I did in the beginning of the year. I don't think it's a priority for me, but I do like romanticizing seasons, and I do feel like I've been doing that more and more and more with every season. You can kind of see some more right here, like with the pumpkin patch and then with the flowers right here. These were supposed to be ideas for other seasons as well. So I definitely feel like that one is more internally correct. Like Bali looks more like the pictures, life looked more like the pictures, but the internal feeling wasn't there. Whereas all of this like seasonal stuff, the pictures didn't come out like that, but internally I felt those vibes. We also have a new car right here. I think that was kind of just another thing that was like, I don't know, maybe if I put it on, it'll come true. And I mean, I didn't put in the work to do that, so I don't know why I had that on here. We have a lot of working out stuff, especially a good bit of running. I guess there's only like 2 or 3 that are running, and then these 2 are weightlifting. Definitely feel like that has gotten better. I also have my heart rate thing right here and stretching up here. So it kind of all bleeds into each other because a lot of this is just like health stuff. I do feel like I worked out a lot more this year, definitely because I did do 75 soft, and I feel like my workout routine now is more consistent than ever. I have not really ran that much into this year just because I have problems with my ankle and I need to figure that out before I go really hardcore on running again, and I just haven't put in the time to do that. So I feel like we're working towards this image. I'm definitely identifying more as an athlete. I'm feeling more healthy. When you go into stuff like this, like drinking more water and sleeping and waking up earlier, I have done so much of that. I feel like I just haven't been giving myself a lot of credit. That's why I'm not acknowledging how much of this is like becoming my reality, because I feel like I'm not perfect and I'm not quite there yet. So I'm like, it's not good enough. But yeah, I definitely have started to embody a lot of this as well. And some of these too, like they're kind of sprinkled in here. You can see like some relationship stuff. I feel like my relationship has also looked like this. I also feel like all of my quotes and little words here, like old energy is clearing, new energy is entering, I'm creating the life of my dream, good things are coming. I think my main words I was trying to embody were success, discipline, and consistency. I do feel like that has more shown up. Again, just maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit for what I am seeing, because I feel like I would have been very proud of myself if I was looking at myself now from day one of this year. But still, with this knowledge, I think I want to approach 2026 a little bit differently. So I am going to search Pinterest very heavily, and we're going to try to find some images that will work for this upcoming year. You got me hypnotized. So 2025 was a lot of foundational work, I feel. Even though I did achieve a lot of the goals I was looking to achieve, I wasn't really aiming at that high because I didn't have a strong sense of self and I didn't feel confident in anything. And I think I'm more in the mindset of thinking I'm actually capable of achieving these things now. So thinking like realistically, what do I want to achieve in the next year? I think that I really want to grow my YouTube, which is something I've been saying for a long time, but I think I'm figuring out what I want for it more, and I'm figuring out what works for me more. Again, foundational work. There was a lot of foundational work in 2025, and I think now I'm really ready to like lock in and do what I want to do with my YouTube. Another thing that I think is going to be extremely important in 2026 is my finances. Health is a really, really big one. I would say that's the top 3 of what I want for 2026. I also have a lot of appearance goals. I have been really down on myself about the way I look, and I just haven't been feeling my makeup routine. I also would like to start the process of going to grad school. That's something that's been on my mind again, or I guess been on my mind now because I never properly started thinking about it, but I'm so unfulfilled in my career path right now. Adobe, no, you know I'm the only one that you really a fan of. Tell them other boys beat it. You are not alone, I'll be the lowest you need it. So undefeated, you know I kiss but never tell. Oh, I just wanna take a chance. The way you move it gets me grooving on the dance floor. You know I wish upon a well and I'ma take you to the moon. So baby, here's the deal. Me and you should chill, cause the way you make me feel, I feel like Michael Jackson. You know it's in the way you move. You make me feel like Michael Jackson. You know it's in the way you move. Okay, I think this is the final product. Probably took me like over 2 hours just to find all these pictures and assemble them. I do like this. I'm hesitating because I don't want to put anything on here that is not aligning with me. Like literally not a single image that does not speak to me. And I really tried to like get a feeling from everything. That's what I think I was kind of missing in my last one. Like I want to make sure I can see myself doing this thing or taking this picture or being in this situation. And I really could see myself in every single one of these. I mean, this is quite literally like a screenshot of the message you get when you pay off a student loan payment. These are just pictures of money. That's pretty simple. I can see myself using all of these kinds of products because it's just Dove. I feel like I look exactly like this when I'm at the gym. I wanted to make sure that the food I was putting in, I could see myself eating. Sometimes what I do when I want to do healthy eating, I don't actually put in food I eat right now. If it's gonna be healthy food, it has to be something that I can see myself eating, and I'm pretty sure this is salmon, this is fish, and this is just like a yogurt bowl. So I can see myself eating all of that. I can see myself eating all of these fruits and vegetables. This person's in a sauna. I also like added this watch on it. This is not part of the picture. I thought that was cool. That just says 10,000 steps. I do get 10,000 steps a lot, and I do have an Apple Watch, so this is pretty common. I feel like my body looks similar to this one, and like this one too. I can see myself looking like these people. This is kind of like the vibe of the closet. This is kind of the vibe of a closet that I want, like the actual clothes in the closet. I feel like manifesting me folding the clothes rather than having like this perfect closet makes more sense for me for some reason. This is a direct screenshot from my savings account. I just Photoshop the actual number. This looks pretty similar to my desk. I think that makes sense. This all makes sense. Like the nails on these, the hot chocolate, the reading, all of this looks pretty typical to me. This is kind of the vibe of the house. Oh, I didn't even like explain the layout, so sorry. This is all financial, clearly, and then we have abundance, hopefully manifesting abundance in money. Then we have health stuff over here. So yeah, food, and then fitness right here, and some more food. This right here is kind of appearance and self-care. Then we have some work stuff in the middle, and we have this calculated grade to kind of represent grad school if I do want to do this. This could either represent like studying material or writing a book. I'm more taking it as writing a book, and then I have a doc right here. So this kind of is like a weird mix of like career and like hobbies. We have house stuff right here. We have journaling, shadow work, and then this is like, the sun is supposed to represent like my healing journey. So this is all like self-growth, more house stuff, more hobbies. The screen time's kind of just a random one, and then content creation is all right here. So they're still kind of sectioned off, but they merge into each other just like I did in the last one, because I really did appreciate the way I kind of transitioned each category into each other and made sure that things that kind of worked into other ones were next to each other. And yeah, I think the biggest one right here is just this screenshot of my account with 5K subscribers and 500 videos. I don't know if 500 is really like logical here, but whatever. I'm not trying to be logical in this. Also, I'm seeing a lot of fives. I just realized that. 5,000 saving, 5,000 subscribers, 500 videos. Anyways, I wanted a lot of greens and a lot of tans in this, and I wanted my words to be the words that are already on here, which are abundance, alignment, and confidence. I think this is a pretty good manifestation of what I wanted. If we're like taking out the journal, I think the only thing that I maybe didn't really get in here is something specifically about my Notion templates and something about how I want my feed to look on my social medias. I also didn't really do a calisthenics one, but I didn't like not put it. Also, there's no makeup stuff. There's a few that I'm definitely not putting at like the forefront here, and I don't know if I should. I can think of a couple pictures already in here that don't need to be in here. Honestly, I think I could probably get rid of these all right there, and I could definitely fill in this space with some other ones, because I want this to be be as reflective of everything that I want to do as possible. So I don't know, I might add on to this, but I think this is mostly the final product. And what I'm gonna do is just think on it, clean it up, and then once I am done with it, I'm going to get it printed off so that I can put it on my wall. I don't think that would come in time to put it in the vlog. I will make sure that that is posted somewhere. Anyways, I'm gonna go shower and think on this, and then we're gonna go into some other stuff. So now it's the next day. It is Friday, and I have all the time in the world to do everything I want to do, which means I'm going to tackle something I've honestly been dreading, but also have been really excited for at the same time. I know that doesn't really make sense, so I'll just say I'm excited for the final product of this and what it will help me with, but I'm not very excited for the process of getting it all together. So what I want to do is take household inventory. I have a couple reasons I want to do this. One, because I'm trying to actually figure out what products I want for my skincare, for my hair care, for my nail care, also even like my food ingredients and my games, like all of that. I just want to really have a good system to keep all of that organized. And another big thing is because my boyfriend and I are moving in together in July and we're gonna have a house, I really want to make sure that the house is set up in a very good way and that everything has a spot. And for that, I kind of just need to know what I have to start with, what we have to start with. I'm gonna add all of his stuff in later, but for now I just want to start with mine. Mostly right now just for those first reasons, just so I can know what products I'm like not happy with and what I want to replace, what I want to start doing research into, and what I need to get in general. For example, so this makes a little bit more sense. Like my nails. Right now I either just do press-ons or I just do polish. And I really want to get into Gel X. So I have like a list of all the things that I want to get for that, but I don't know that when I get all of those that they're all going to be the products that I want specifically. Like they're going to be my ideal product for that specific thing. So I want to keep a record of all of that in one spot. And I really just need a break away from screens because I've been staring at them all day. So I think I'm just gonna walk around with a sheet of paper and write down everything that I need to put in this Notion table. I think I'll start with my bathroom because that's gonna be the easiest. And basically I'm gonna write down type of product, the actual product that I have, and if I'm satisfied with it or not, and also how many do I have, because a lot of things I have replacements for and then a lot of things I don't have replacements for. So another big reason I'm doing this is to not run out of stock. So let's just get into this and get this over with. I have been at this for hours. Literally have pages of stuff that I wrote down. And this is good, but putting it into Notion is like really getting to me, because now I'm thinking of like every purpose that I want every item to serve. Like this is what it's really getting down to. Like, do all of these things need to be in my life? Do I need to own all of these products? I want everything to have a very specific reason I own it. I don't know. Now it's making me think of all the things that I need as well, which don't get me wrong, is not a lot. I realize now that I do have a lot, but it's still a lot. I mean, I've been going through my hair stuff. That's literally all I've done in Notion thus far. And just some of the stuff, like, I don't know. I put in my shampoos. I do use 2 different shampoos and they both serve different purposes. And then my conditioner, my blow dryer, my straightener, my hairbrush, some of the products that I already have, like leave-in stuff. I have pomade. I couldn't figure out why I had a lot of this, but I did some research, aka I put it all into ChatGPT and was like, is there a reason I would need all of these products? Is there a day that I would use all of these products in a routine? And I pretty much got to the point to where the only thing that I didn't need at all was the leave-in conditioner that I had, which I didn't like anyway, so I'm not mad about it. But now I still have leave-in product, I still have pomade for styling, specifically if I want to do like details, if I want to do slick backs. I think that's the best. I still have hair oil, thickening lotion, Miracle leave-in product. I think I said that as well. But yeah, I still have a good bit of stuff that doesn't even like cover everything. And now I'm just filling in all the gaps of like, what do I think that I would need? Like for example, my straightener, my curling iron, I don't love my blow dryer either. And I've been really wanting a Dyson. I think a Shark might be better. I don't know. It might be a Dyson, but I think one of those tools might make everything better. I do have a heatless curl set, which I've never used. I just haven't been ready to take it on yet, but I don't have a misting spray bottle. I feel like that would help. I also want some little like hair clips. I want a round brush. It's like none of that's crazy except for the Dyson or the Shark, but still just thinking about all of this, it is a good thing. Like it's overwhelming, but I feel like this is gonna be so useful for me, especially when I have all my nail products, all of my hair products, all of my skincare. Once that's all written out and I'm like, this is all I need. This is all the routine right here. And I have that all put into a specific section of my bathroom or of my vanity. And I know that's what this is dedicated to. I think that'll be really good. I wrote in all of my categories. I'm probably not going to be able to fill them all out in this tonight or in this video, but right now I have skincare, hair care, body care, makeup, nails, oral care, cleaning supplies, office supplies, kitchen gear, tech/electronics, first aid, medicine, and extra. So I think that extra category will be all of my just like guest stuff. So I basically want a fully stocked guest bedroom when I do have a house. And also if I do have any like gifts that someone has given me that I do want to use and try, but I don't want to like officially put it as part of my stock. Like I don't know if someone gives me like a face mask, if I want to make that a part of my skincare. So I'm probably just gonna add it into extras. The only reason I don't have like clothes or accessories, specifically like hair clips, is because that's all gonna be put into my virtual closet, which I start working on today. So yeah, I don't know. I think this will be good. Right? I think this will make my minimalism so much easier and I will not overstock too much again. So it has been a few days since the last clips. I have been genuinely working tirelessly at this household inventory. It's going well, honestly, so well that I took the inspiration and impulse changed around my entire room, if you can't tell, but that is a story for another video. Today I thought I would finish up this little reset because I'm gonna do a lot of physical reset stuff in another video, actually cleaning and organizing and all of that, but this is more so just getting all of my bearings in order before I take any action. It has become pretty clear to me that this household inventory is going to take a while. As of right now, I have all of my hair care done, including stuff that I don't have, so stuff that I would want to get. So I have a wish list on here and I have all my statuses for how I feel about every item that I have and how many that I have. I have almost all of my skincare, maybe all of it. I have most of my makeup, most of my body care, I think all of my oral care, and that's pretty much it. I still need to go through like my cleaning supplies, my office supplies, my nail stuff, my electronics. That was something I was thinking about as I was rearranging this room, is that I really need to go through all of my like wires, figure out what everything is, and also my important documents. I actually end up adding more things onto me. I tend to do that when I start like cleaning or organizing. I figure out more things that I would like to clean and organize, and that was one thing. I was like, okay, I want to make a Notion template for all of my manuals and warranties, all of that. Scan them and save them all. I don't know if maybe that's the thing to do, but I do want like a file folder. I think that might be a little more efficient. But anyways, all that being said, I have a ton of new ideas and I know I'm not going to be able to finish the inventory, but I think it's something to continuously work on, and I will continuously work on throughout videos and just throughout my day-to-day. But I would like to move forward with this video, and one of the things that I really want to make sure I have completely together for 2026, because like the inventory will be nice to have together for 2026. It's something that I kind of want to start the process on, but I don't need to finish. This is something I need to finish, and that is my annual calendar. So basically just figuring out all the events that I'm gonna have in 2026, all the things I have to prep for, as well as all the things I have to plan for money wise. So I have been working on a template for that for about a month now. It's pretty fleshed out, like it's almost done, but I just want to go over it with you guys, show off what I've done so far, and we can finish filling the rest of it out if there's anything that's lingering, and then I'll make my reminders as well. So let's get to the screen recording. So here we are on on the annual structure page. So essentially what this is a calendar of every event I should have to do any planning for. So here I have all the holidays, and I'm gonna kind of break down all of these tags over here. So every event that I would put on this database, there's probably either someplace I have to be, which would be attendance, decoration, which is like actually decorating my apartment, outfits and nails, self-explanatory. If there's any like costume or outfit I specifically need to prep, or any nails that I want to get for the event, or both. Content would be if I want to make any content specific towards that event. Presents means I would have to buy someone presents. Events is kind of like attendance. It just means that there's some kind of specific event that I would be planning within that, besides just showing up to something. So like Christmas might be like looking at Christmas lights or going to a Christmas market, stuff like that. Vacation trip, self-explanatory, again, it means that I would just potentially go on a vacation or a trip for that occasion. So the planning dates here basically represents what amount of time I want to be thinking about that thing so I can plan. I have my typical time ranges up here. So if it's like a big life event or international trip, I think it should be about a year out. This is for like a wedding or like a honeymoon, or if it's like a Europe trip. Domestic travel, so anything within the United States, would be about 6 months out. Big holidays or anniversaries, birthdays that are really big deal, 2 to 3 months out. Basically, that's just like my boyfriend in this scenario, because he's the only one who I really have to plan something like big for, because he's the only one that I am physically close to. My parents and stuff, they don't live around here, so I can't really do anything special. Smaller holidays, so things like Valentine's Day or 4th of July. So still holidays that I want to plan something out, but maybe not like as extravagant as Christmas, Thanksgiving, stuff like that. And also just other birthdays 1 month out, and then event releases or premieres. So if there's an award show or if there's a new game coming out, I just want to know like a couple weeks ahead of time. So that's my basis for my time periods. But when I actually get to the planning period, I just wrote out all the things I would have to think of in details. So kind of still represented by these tags. Decoration would be look at what I already have, look at my Pinterest board, look for other inspiration online, do recipes. If I do want to cook some food, I can look at my recipe book or my Pinterest recipes. Outfits, look at TikTok, look at Pinterest. There's a lot of repetition here. It's just a lot of stuff to jog my memory. I also want to put a new section here for like games or activities, but this is the structure. There's also other things in here besides holidays. Like I just have basic events and then premieres. So this is like award shows, movies, sports. Media releases is gonna be like your albums, your tour dates, video games, books, all these different releases. I also have this needs action tab if there's anything that I don't know the dates for, or if it's something upcoming that I'm not like fully prepped for, if I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I think, like I said, this is mostly filled out, but what I'm going to be doing is updating this in my monthly resets. I'm just going to look at all of my dates that are missing and fill any out. And every time what I'm going to do is a 30-day look ahead, 60-day look ahead, and 90-day look ahead. Hopefully that will never let me lose sight of any of these things, because I swear that is such a big issue for me every single year. So I'm just going to take a look at this, see if there's anything that I do need to still fill out, if there's anything that I'm missing in this template. Honestly, that felt kind of useless. I feel like I did a lot of work on that whole template over the last month that I don't really have to do anything else. I think it's done. I think I did the best I can do. But with that, let's move on to the budget. So if you guys have been following for a while and you guys have been staying up to date with the monthly resets, you will know that my budget tracker from last year was really starting to frustrate me, especially when it came to my credit cards and my savings account, and even double, especially when it had to do with my work expenses and figuring out my expense report and my reimbursement and all of that. So I just decided to make my own template on Notion, which I have tried before and it's never actually worked, and I'm not sure if this one will. Like, this is just my disclaimer. I don't know how this is gonna function, but so far just doing my transactions in terms of like a full transactions tracker and my credit card tracker is It's my favorite thing in the world. My reimbursement tracker as well. These are all like really good pages, but in terms of like the actual budget, when I'm trying to figure out how much I want to spend versus how much I did spend, I don't know if this is going to really operate in the best way because it's hard for me to set a real budget on here. So I'm just going to try to separate what expected expenses in this and then actual expenses in this. I'm gonna have to manually input all of this with the way I'm doing it right now. I think that's fine. I think that will let me be a little more conscious about all of it, and it'll give me a little bit more freedom with how I see this data. But because I don't have that, like, this is what I expected to spend and then this is what I did spend right next to each other with the difference, seeing the red or the green, I don't know. We're just gonna try it, and I'm just gonna put some rough numbers in here. This is not by any means gonna be an accurate representation of what I think I'm gonna make and what I think I'm gonna spend. I just want some ideas. I'll probably just take this month by month, and I think I'll be filling this out in my monthly resets as well as the subscriptions, and I'll come back in, reevaluate the income and bills just on a month by month basis. But I did just want to see this as an overall view, and yeah, I think this makes sense for right now. The only other thing is this page that I have in my transaction tracker, which is like upcoming expected expenses. So I'm gonna have to keep this in mind at all times because like some of these, I went back and I looked at this, and yeah, I'm gonna have a lot to spend. So this is also something I'm gonna want to come back and reference when I'm doing my monthly resets and when I'm doing all of that annual planning stuff. I have to think about all of these different moving parts. I really wish my vision board was coming in so I could show you guys what it looks like in person, but it just told me it was gonna ship today and I have to get this video up. So hopefully I can show that to you guys in my physical reset. But I think that's all I have for this like foundational work. All of the systems I just want to set myself up with so that I can physically reset, so that I can mentally reset. I guess there's a couple things that would be nice to have, but cost benefit analysis right now, I'm like, I don't need to go into all of these things, and I don't want to trigger myself into thinking I have to have everything 100% perfect for me to go into a new year. Like it has to be a complete restart, because it does not. I just want to set myself up for success, and I think I did pretty much that today. I'm gonna leave this video off here. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to give it a like and a comment, and if you're feeling generous, you can even subscribe. I do hope to see you guys in the next video, but while you're waiting, definitely be sure to check out this video where I did all my monthly reset things for December. But if not, bye-bye.